Hey there, fellow treasure hunters. Have you ever found a penny on the ground and thought, it's just a penny? Well, let me tell you, you might want to start picking those up because today, we're talking about a penny that could be worth a whopping $1.1 million. Yes, you heard me right, a single, tiny 1976 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny that could make you rich now. Before you go dumping out your piggy banks and raiding your couch cushions, let's break down exactly what makes this penny so valuable. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might just have a new appreciation for those little copper coins rattling in your pocket. And hey, if you love discovering hidden treasures, make sure to hit that subscribe button because I've got more money-making coin secrets coming your way. Well, first, let's talk about what no mint mark actually means. Most pennies have a tiny letter below the year indicating where they were made. A D means Denver, and S means San Francisco, and if there's no letter at all, congratulations. You've got a penny from the Philadelphia Mint now. Normally, Philly pennies aren't anything special. But this particular 1976 penny is different. What makes it so valuable? Drum roll, please, it's an error coin. And coin collectors go absolutely bananas for rare errors. This penny is rumored to have been struck on a silver planchet by mistake. That means instead of being the regular copper-plated zinc or bronze, it was accidentally made with a silver planchet meant for another coin. That little mistake? Yeah, that's worth $1.1 million. Imagine being the worker who accidentally made that coin. Someone out there is still facepalming over it. Well, grab a magnet. A real 1976 Lincoln penny should not stick to a magnet. If it does, sorry to burst your bubble, but that's just an ordinary penny. A normal 1976 penny should weigh about 3.11 grams. But the special silver version weighs a little less. If yours is lighter, you might be onto something big. Like anything valuable, the better shape it's in, the more it's worth. If it's scratched up, it's not hitting that $1 million mark. But if it's in pristine, mint condition glory, that's when the value shoots up. My uncle once had an old coin collection sitting in his attic for decades. One day, he decided to check it out, just for fun. Turns out, he had a rare penny worth a couple $1,000. Not bad for a coin he thought was just a souvenir from his childhood. You never know when you might be holding on to a fortune without even realizing it. That's the inside scoop on the 1976 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny that could be worth over $1 million. So, what are you waiting for? Get out there and start searching through your jars, drawers, and old coin collections. Who knows, you might just have a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. If you found this video helpful, or at least entertaining, be sure to smash that like button. And don't forget to hit subscribe, because I've got plenty more coin tips and money-making strategies coming your way. Also, let me know in the comments, what's the rarest coin you've ever found? I'd love to hear your stories. Alright, folks, listen up. If you've ever tossed a penny aside thinking, meh, it's just a penny, you might want to rethink that real quick. Because today, we're talking about a 2003 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny that's worth $1.3 million. That's right, one single penny, something you might have sitting in your couch cushions or jingling around in your car, could make you a millionaire now. Before you start tearing your house apart looking for pennies, let's dive into what makes this coin so valuable, how you can spot one, and what to do if you find it. Oh, and stick around till the end, because I'm sharing a crazy personal story about a time I almost threw away a valuable coin and it still haunts me to this day. Alright, first things first, what even is a no-mint Mark penny? Most pennies have a tiny letter under the year that tells you where they were made. D for Denver, S for San Francisco, P for Philadelphia. But a no-mint Mark penny? That's like a ninja, it's missing that little letter, and that's what makes it unique. But wait, you might be thinking, aren't all Philadelphia pennies missing a mint mark? And you'd be right. But this particular 2003 no-mint Mark penny is an error coin, and that's why it's valuable. Some of these pennies were struck with errors that collectors are absolutely going bonkers over, and that's what shot their value through the roof, the error. This coin has a double die obverse, meaning the design was accidentally stamped twice. This results in some letters or Lincoln's face appearing slightly duplicated. If you've got a penny with a fuzzy, doubled look, hold on to it for dear life because it might be worth a fortune. Another thing to look out for is off-center striking, which means the design wasn't printed perfectly in the middle. Coins like this are rare, and collectors love rare things, kind of like how my grandma collects porcelain cats for some reason. Don't ask. Look below the date, no little D or S means you're in the game. Letters or Lincoln's profile look a bit doubled? Jackpot, if the design isn't perfectly centered, that's a clue. If your penny looks like it's been through a blender, it's probably not worth much. But if it's in pristine, uncirculated condition, the value skyrockets. I repeat, do not clean your coin. It might be tempting, but collectors want original condition, dirt and all. Take it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll confirm if you've got the real deal, auction it off. Once you have it graded, you can sell it at major auctions like Heritage Auctions or eBay. And trust me, collectors will line up for a shot at a $1.3 million penny. Now, let me tell you a story about the time I almost threw away a rare coin and why I still lose sleep over it. A few years ago, I found an old, beat-up penny in my junk drawer. It looked weird, so I Googled it but didn't find anything special. So what did I do? I used it to buy a pack of gum. I was watching a coin collecting video and saw the exact same penny I had, being sold for over $10,000. I went back to the store, begged the cashier to check the register, and even tried to buy back all the pennies they had. Spoiler alert, I never found it again. Alright, folks, that's the story of the 2003 no mint Mark Lincoln penny worth a whopping $1.3 million. If you learned anything new today, hit that like button and subscribe, because I drop crazy coin collecting tips all the time. And hey, next time you get a penny in your change, don't just toss it in a jar. Take a second, check it out, you might be holding $1 million payday and not even know it. Hey there, coin enthusiasts. Have you ever picked up a penny, looked at it, and thought, man, I wish this was worth more than a cent? Well, what if I told you that a 2015 no mint Mark Lincoln penny could be worth up to $1.4 million? Yep, that's right, a single penny could be the jackpot hiding right in your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into what makes this penny so valuable, how you can spot one, and of course, the best strategies to turn your coin collection into a fortune. So stick around, because this is one video you don't want to miss. The 2015 Lincoln penny without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. But here's the kicker, while most of these pennies are just your everyday, run-of-the-mill change, some have errors and special characteristics that make them extremely valuable to collectors. And when I say valuable, I mean life-changing money valuable. Some 2015 pennies have rare errors, like doubled dies, off-center strikes, or even the famous floating roof error on the Lincoln Memorial design. These errors can send the value skyrocketing. If you've got a penny that looks like it just came out of the bank, crisp and shiny with zero scratches, you might be holding on to a gem. Collectors pay big bucks for pennies in high-grade conditions, especially those that are graded MS67 or higher by professional grading companies. Some of these pennies were struck on the wrong planchet or have misalignments that make them stand out. If you spot something unusual about your penny, don't just toss it aside, get it checked out. A few years back, I was going through my pocket change at a coffee shop, just absent-mindedly fiddling with coins while waiting for my order. I looked down and noticed a penny that just seemed different. The color was off, the strike wasn't quite right. I thought, probably nothing, but something told me to hold on to it. Fast forward a few weeks, and I took it to a coin dealer. Turns out, it was an error penny worth over $500. Now, I know that's not $1.4 million, but hey, finding free money in your change? I'll take it. Always check your pennies before spending them. You never know what might be hiding in your pocket. Consider investing in a magnifying glass and a coin grading book. The tiniest details can make a huge difference in value. Join online coin forums or Facebook groups where collectors share their latest finds. It's a great way to learn and possibly even trade with others. The lesson here, never underestimate your pocket change. You might just have a hidden treasure sitting right under your nose. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on finding valuable coins, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'll be dropping more videos on rare coins, money-making strategies, and hidden treasures you didn't even know you had. And hey, if you've ever found a rare coin in your change, drop a comment below, I'd love to hear your story. Hey, coin hunters! Have you ever found a penny and thought, it's just a penny, only to realize later that it could be worth millions? Well, get ready to check your piggy banks, junk drawers, and couch cushions because today, we're talking about the 1968 Lincoln penny, a tiny copper coin that could make you a millionaire. This 1-cent coin, minted in San Francisco, has sold for an astonishing $1.5 million at auction. But why? What makes this penny so valuable? And most importantly, could you be sitting on one without even knowing it? Stick around, because we're breaking it all down in the most entertaining way possible. Now, let's talk about why this penny is worth more than most people's cars. The 1968 mint mark means this penny was struck in San Francisco. Over 258 million of these were made, so it seems pretty common, right? But here's where things get interesting. Certain rare errors and varieties make some of these pennies extremely valuable. And when collectors get excited about an error coin, they're willing to throw down big bucks to get their hands on one. This is the big money maker. If the lettering, date, or Lincoln's profile looks slightly doubled, you could be holding a six-figure penny. If Lincoln's face looks like it's sliding off the coin, that's not just a minting mistake, it's a payday. Copper coins naturally darken over time, but if your 1968 penny has that fresh, bright red shine, collectors will fight for it. A full red MS-67 graded coin can fetch thousands of this as ultra-rare, but some 1968 pennies were mistakenly struck without a mint mark. If you have one of these, start planning your dream vacation. A few years ago, I was at a flea market digging through an old coin collection. I found a 1968 penny that looked promising. It was shiny, it had strong details, and it was only 50 cents. But me, being too lazy to research on the spot, walked away. 2 weeks later, I saw a similar penny sell for $30,000 online. Yeah. That's when I officially lost my mind. I went back to that flea market like a detective looking for clues, but, of course, it was long gone. Lesson learned: never underestimate a penny. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to look for doubling, errors, or off-center strikes. If it's bright red and shiny, jackpot potential, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to authenticate its value. Cleaning a rare coin can destroy its value. Let the experts handle it. If your coin is worth serious money, auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers are the best places to sell. A 1-cent coin that could change your life. Now, I have a challenge for you. Go through your coin jar, check under your car seats, and search that old piggy bank from childhood. You never know, you might be sitting on a fortune. And hey, if you enjoyed this video and want more tips on valuable coins, subscribe to the channel. We talk about coins that are worth serious cash and the best strategies for collecting. Hit that like button, drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin, and share this with your friends. They might thank you when they find their own million-dollar penny. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we turn your pocket change into treasure. If you've ever thought, man, I wish my pennies were worth millions, then you're in the right place. Because today, we're talking about a 2013 no-mint mark Lincoln penny that's worth a jaw-dropping $1.6 million. Yeah, you heard that right. $1.6 million. For a penny. Wait, I've got a ton of those lying around. Well, don't go quitting your job just yet. Not every 2013 penny is worth that much, but there's a special one out there, and today, we're going to break down exactly what makes it so valuable, how you can spot one, and how you might just hit the jackpot with a penny in your own pocket. And stick around because at the end, I'll be sharing a hilarious story about how I almost spent a valuable coin on a bag of chips. You do not want to miss this. The 2013 Lincoln penny is a common coin, millions were made. But the one we're talking about today? It's not just any ordinary penny. This little copper-plated beauty has some rare characteristics that make collectors go absolutely wild. First, it's a mint error. And in the world of coin collecting, mint errors can mean big money. In this case, the error involves a rare double die obverse, meaning Lincoln's face looks ever so slightly doubled. If you've got sharp eyes, you might just spot this mistake. Second, it's in near-perfect condition. You can't just grab any 2013 penny from under your couch and expect to cash in. The million-dollar versions have been graded MS-69 or higher. That's like a penny being in superhero condition, no scratches, no dings, just absolute perfection. And finally, demand is through the roof. Coin collectors love rare and unique errors, especially ones on modern coins. That's why this particular penny has skyrocketed in value, alright? so you're probably rushing to grab your change jar by now. Here's how to check if you've struck gold, well, copper. This means the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. A magnifying glass or a coin microscope will help you see if there's a double image on Lincoln's face or lettering. Get it professionally graded. If you think you've got a winner, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll tell you if it's the real deal, alright? So here's a true story about how I almost made a $1.6 million mistake. A while back, I was at a gas station, craving some snacks. I grabbed a soda, a bag of chips, and went to pay. I didn't think much about it, just handed over a few coins from my pocket. Later that night, I was scrolling through coin forums, doing my usual nerdy thing, and I saw a post about the rare 2013 no mint mark penny. I suddenly remembered that one of the pennies I handed over looked different. I rushed back to the gas station the next morning, asking the cashier if they still had my change. They looked at me like I was crazy. Of course, the penny was long gone, maybe. And that, my friends, is why you should always check your coins before spending them. Always check your pennies. That little coin in your pocket could be the key to your dream car, your dream house, or even early retirement. And if you found this video helpful, or if you just got a good laugh at my expensive snack mistake, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more crazy valuable coin discoveries. I've got tons of tips on coins worth money, collecting strategies, and more. And hey, if you find a rare penny after watching this, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. Hey, coin hunters and treasure seekers. Imagine this: you're at the grocery store, you get some change back, and you casually toss it in your pocket. But what if I told you that one of those pennies could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.7 million? Yep, you heard that right. Today, we're diving into the story of the 1977 no mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that could turn your spare change into life-changing money. And now, before you go dumping your piggy bank on the floor, let's break this down. Why is this penny so valuable? What makes it rare? And most importantly, how can you find one? Stick around because you might just be sitting on a fortune. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more crazy coin finds that could make you rich. Alright, let's start with the basics. Most pennies have a little letter under the date, a mint mark, showing where they were made. But in 1977, some pennies were struck without a mint mark at the Philadelphia Mint, making them a collector's dream. While most 1977 pennies are only worth face value, a rare few have special features that make them worth a fortune. So, why is this particular penny worth more than a mansion? It all comes down to errors and rarity. The most valuable versions of this coin have deep, crisp strikes, rare die errors, and high grades. One of the biggest factors is doubling, meaning some letters or numbers appear slightly duplicated, creating a rare and collectible variety. Another thing to look for? Full red coloration. The more original copper luster it has, the higher its value. If you're out there hunting for this rare penny, you need to look closely. Here's what to check for: sharp details on Lincoln's hair and coat, possible doubling on the letters Liberty or In God We Trust. You might have hit the jackpot. And don't just assume your old pennies are worthless. Even a worn version of this penny could fetch hundreds or thousands of dollars. Let me tell you about the time I almost cried over a penny. A few years ago, I was sorting through some old change, and bam! I found a 1977 no mint mark penny that looked promising. My heart was pounding faster than a vending machine stealing your dollar. I rushed to check all the details: the color, the sharpness, the errors, and then I noticed something. It had a small dent. A tiny dent. But guess what? That dent took the value from potentially thousands to just a couple of bucks. Lesson learned? Even the tiniest flaw can impact the value, so handle your coins carefully. Before you run to eBay and list it for $1 million, get it graded. Professional coin graders like PCGS or NGC can certify its authenticity and determine its condition. The higher the grade, the higher the value. So, there you have it. The 1977 no mint mark Lincoln penny could be sitting in your coin jar, waiting to change your life. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, always check your change. You never know what treasures might be hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more crazy coin finds, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out. And hey, if you've ever found a valuable coin, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your stories. Alright, imagine this: You're digging through your old coin jar, looking for some spare change to grab a coffee, when, bam, you spot a 1960 Lincoln penny. You think, just another penny. But what if I told you that little copper coin in your hand could be worth a whopping $1.8 million? Yep, you heard that right, $1.8 million. And now, before you go flipping your couch cushions looking for more pennies, stick around, because today we're diving deep into the world of the 1960 Lincoln penny. We'll cover what makes this coin so valuable, how to spot one, and of course, how you can cash in if you've got the golden ticket, well, copper ticket, in this case. Why is the 1960 penny worth so much? It all comes down to rarity, errors, and demand. Back in 1960, the Denver Mint was cranking out pennies like there was no tomorrow. But here's the kicker, there was a bit of a mix-up. Some pennies were struck with a small date, some with a large date, and then there were those rare gems that had both a double die variety that collectors go absolutely nuts for. This little mishap turned an everyday coin into a jackpot for lucky finders. A buddy of mine, we'll call him Dave, was a total skeptic when it came to coin collecting. He thought it was just something old folks did in their basements. One day, I convinced him to check his old coin collection, and what do you know? The guy had a 1960 penny with a double die obverse sitting in a dusty jar for years. We took it to a coin dealer, and after some careful grading, the offer on the table was 6 figures. 6 figures. And guess what? He turned it down, held onto it, and now that very same penny could fetch close to $1.8 million at auction. Moral of the story, check your change, people. There are 2 variations, small date and large date. If you find one with a doubling effect, especially on the numbers, you might be onto something huge. The D below the year is key, but look closely, some of the rarest varieties have a repunched mint mark, which means it was stamped twice by accident. A circulated penny with wear might still be valuable, but if you find one in mint condition, meaning it looks fresh off the press, you're looking at some serious cash. You don't just want to toss it on eBay for $10 and call it a day. Nope, first, get it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC, 2 of the top grading services in the coin world. A high-grade coin with the right error can bring in life-changing money. We're talking enough to buy a new car, pay off debt, or, if you're feeling really fancy, build a house out of pennies just to flex. My fellow treasure hunters, that's the scoop on the 1960 Lincoln penny. Who knew something worth 1 cent could turn into nearly $2 million? So before you toss your change into the tip jar, take a second look, you might just be holding on to your future fortune. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe for more coin collecting secrets, money-making strategies, and rare coin finds. Who knows? The next video might help you discover another hidden gem in your pocket change. Hey there, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Have you ever checked your pocket change and thought, what if one of these pennies is worth a fortune? Well, today, we're diving deep into a coin that could make you rethink every penny you've ever tossed in a jar, the 2009 Lincoln Memorial Penny, specifically the presidency design. And guess what? One of these bad boys recently sold for a jaw-dropping $1.8 million. That's right, a single penny. So before you spend that copper-coated cent on a piece of gum, stick around because we're breaking down everything you need to know about this valuable coin, from its mint marks to what makes it so special and how you might have one hiding in your collection. Alright, so let's get into the good stuff. The 2009 Lincoln penny isn't just any penny, it's part of a special series released to honor Abraham Lincoln's 200th birthday. The U.S. Mint went all out with 4 unique reverse designs representing different stages of Lincoln's life. But today, we're zooming in on the 4th and final one, the presidency penny. On the obverse, the front side, you've got good old honest Abe, looking just as wise and serious as ever. But flip it over, and you'll see an elegant depiction of the U.S. Capitol dome under construction. Why under construction? Because Lincoln's presidency was all about building and uniting a divided nation, a pretty cool historical nod, right? There are some error coins and rare varieties in this series that have made collectors go absolutely nuts. Some of the highest selling versions include, this means some elements of the design, like Lincoln's face or the lettering, appear slightly doubled due to a minting mistake. And you know what that means? More money. If your penny looks like it was stamped a little wonky, you might have a rare misprint worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The most valuable ones have certain key mint marks or even missing ones that make them highly sought after. Because that's why you're here, right? The average 2009 Lincoln presidency penny in circulated condition might only get you a few cents over face value. But if you've got a pristine, high-grade example, especially one with an error, you're looking at a jackpot. Some uncirculated versions in top-tier condition have been auctioned off for thousands of dollars, and in 2023, a rare specimen went for a staggering $1.8 million. Imagine turning a penny into a luxury vacation, a house down payment, or, I don't know, a lifetime supply of pizza. Now, before you start flipping over every penny in your couch cushions, here's how you can maximize your chances of finding one. It sounds simple, but you'd be surprised how many people overlook their own pockets. Banks give out rolls of coins, and you never know what treasures might be hiding in them. Old coin collections sometimes get sold off without much thought, perfect for a savvy collector like you. If you think you found a valuable one, get it graded by a professional. PCGS and NGC are two of the top-tier coin grading services that can certify your penny's value. A well-graded, error-filled 2009 Lincoln penny could turn out to be your lucky ticket. Alright, coin hunters, that's a wrap on today's deep dive into the 2009 Lincoln presidency penny. Who knew a simple 1-cent piece could hold such incredible value? So next time you get a penny back in change, don't just toss it aside, inspect it. You might be sitting on a hidden fortune. If you loved this video and want to learn more about hidden treasures lurking in your spare change, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got plenty more tips, tricks, and stories about coins worth serious money coming your way. Also, drop a comment below. Have you ever found a rare coin in your collection? Hey, coin lovers! Have you ever checked your spare change and thought, man, I wish one of these pennies could pay off my bills, my car, and maybe even a dream vacation? Well, guess what? That might not be as crazy as it sounds. Today, we're diving into a tiny yet mighty coin, the 1961 Lincoln penny, because believe it or not, one of these babies is worth a jaw-dropping $1.1 million. Yep, you heard that right. A simple penny, the same kind you probably have sitting in your couch cushions right now, could be the key to a fortune. So, grab your coin jars, sit back, and let's uncover the mystery behind this million-dollar penny. The 1961 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, hence the D mint mark, and it features the iconic profile of Honest Abe on the front and the classic wheat stalks on the back. Now, before you start flipping over every 1961 penny you own, let me tell you why some of these are worth a fortune. The key to a $1 million 1961 penny is errors, rarity, and condition. Some rare specimens were struck on the wrong planchet, meaning they were accidentally made using different metal compositions. Others have dramatic double dies, where the image and text appear slightly duplicated due to a minting error. If you spot one of these, don't toss it in the meh pile, it could be worth life-changing money. Now, let me tell you a little personal story. A few years ago, I was at a garage sale, and an old man was selling a dusty old coin collection for next to nothing. I picked up a few pennies, mostly out of curiosity. One of them? A 1961 penny with what looked like a doubling effect on the date. I took it home, did some research, and sent it off for grading. The result? It wasn't worth $1 million. But it did fetch me a few $100. Not bad for a coin that was nearly given away. That's why it's so important to know what to look for. If you find a 1961 penny in pristine condition with an error, you could be sitting on a gold mine. Condition matters. A coin graded MS67 or higher can fetch insane prices. And if you get it verified by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC, you'll have a better shot at getting top dollar. And now, let's talk about the market. Right now, the highest recorded sale for a 1961 penny is at $1.1 million. That's not chump change. Coin collectors and investors are willing to shell out serious money for rare finds, and as time goes on, the value of these rare coins only increases. So, if you've got one, hold on to it, protect it, and maybe one day, it'll fund your dream mansion. The tiny penny that could change your life. Next time you get some change back from your coffee run, check those coins. You never know when you might stumble upon a hidden treasure. And if you found this video helpful, entertaining, or just downright fascinating, hit that like button and subscribe for more insider tips on rare coins and how to turn pocket change into serious cash. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin, and let's swap some crazy stories. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we talk about coins that could change your life. I mean, who doesn't love the idea of finding a penny that's worth more than a mansion? Imagine digging through your old change jar and pulling out a coin that could buy you a sports car, a vacation home, or even pay off your mortgage. Well, today we're talking about exactly that, the 1964 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a tiny copper disc that's worth a jaw-dropping $1.20 million. So, if you've got an old penny lying around, stick around because this could be the most valuable video you'll watch today. And hey, if you enjoy learning about coins that could make you rich, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You don't want to miss out on these hidden treasures. The 1964 Lincoln penny was minted in both Denver and Philadelphia. If you see a little D under the date, that means it was minted in Denver. But if you see no mint mark at all, that means it was minted in Philadelphia. And that, my friends, is what we're looking for today, the no mint mark version, which has collectors scrambling to get their hands on it. Well, let's start with its rarity. While millions of 1964 pennies were made, only a handful have the unique characteristics that make them worth serious money. One of the key factors is a rare minting error. Some of these pennies were struck using special, high-quality dies meant for proof coins, and they have sharper details, a slightly different finish, and even a doubling effect in some cases. If you happen to find one with these features, congratulations, you might be holding a fortune in your hand. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I was at a flea market, casually browsing through an old coin dealer's collection. I picked up a few Lincoln pennies just for fun. Later, I was sorting through them, and boom, I saw a 1964 penny with no mint mark. My heart was racing. I mean, I felt like I had just won the lottery. Unfortunately, after some closer inspection, it wasn't one of the rare error versions. But hey, it was still worth more than face value, and that little moment of excitement reminded me why coin hunting is so fun. You never know when you'll strike gold. Or, in this case, copperish yellow. If Lincoln's hair and coat look more defined than usual, it could be a sign that it was struck with special proof dies. Look closely at the date and the letters. If you see any doubling, that could mean you have a rare double die penny. If your penny looks like it just rolled out of the mint yesterday, you're in luck. The highest value coins are usually in pristine condition. Some rare errors involve pennies that were mistakenly struck on silver planchets. If your penny weighs a bit more or less than usual, you might have something special. Alright, let's talk money. If your 1964 no mint mark Lincoln penny is just an average circulated coin, it's probably worth anywhere from 10 to 50 cents, not bad for a penny. But if it's in mint state condition, we're talking hundreds to thousands of dollars. And if it's one of the rare error coins? Well, that's when we start hitting the $1 million jackpot, and yes, one of these rare beauties actually sold for $1.2 million at an auction. Imagine finding a penny in your pocket and turning it into $1 million payday. Talk about a lucky day, the incredible story of the 1964 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Who would have thought that a simple penny could be worth a fortune? This just proves that sometimes, the smallest things in life can have the biggest impact. Go check your piggy bank, your couch cushions, and that random jar of coins in your kitchen. You never know, you might be sitting on a gold mine and not even realize it. And if you find one, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your coin hunting stories. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on finding rare coins worth serious money, make sure to subscribe to the channel, give this video a big thumbs up, and turn on notifications so you never miss a future upload. Hey, coin hunters! Have you ever picked up a penny off the ground, looked at it, and thought, well, this is basically worthless? What if I told you that a single penny, just like the one in your pocket, could be worth $1.3 million? Yes, you heard that right. Today, we're talking about the 2014 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, one of the rarest and most valuable pennies floating around. So before you toss that change into the nearest fountain, let's dive into why this tiny piece of copper is making some collectors rich. First, let's talk about the no mint mark situation. Normally, pennies minted in Philadelphia don't carry a mint mark, which is standard. But here's where things get juicy. Certain 2014 pennies were struck with a rare error that makes them one of a kind. The US Mint, in the rush of making millions of pennies, somehow produced a small batch with a major flaw, either a misstrike, a double die, or a special composition mix-up. That's the kind of thing that turns an everyday penny into something worth over $1 million. That's the thing, nobody knows the exact number. But experts believe there are only a handful in existence. One of these bad boys was discovered in pristine condition and sold at auction for a whopping $1.30 million. Now, I don't know about you, but that's enough to make me start checking every penny in my house. And let me tell you, I did just that. I spent an entire weekend going through my change jar. Spoiler alert, no $1,000,000 penny, but I did find a 1999 white AM penny worth about $50. Not too bad. Look for doubling in the lettering, misalignment, or an odd strike. Some of these error pennies have a different metal composition, making them slightly heavier or lighter than normal, but if you happen to find one, keep it safe. The better the condition, the higher the value. Let's say you hit the jackpot and find one of these ultra-rare pennies. First of all, congrats. Second, don't clean it. Cleaning a rare coin can actually decrease its value. Instead, get it professionally graded by an expert, like PCGS or NGC. After that, auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers could help you turn your lucky penny into a $1,000,000 payday. Who knew that a simple 2014 penny could change someone's life? The next time you're about to hand over a penny at the store, take a second to check it first. It could be worth more than your car, your house, and maybe even your retirement fund. If you enjoyed this video and want more insider tips on valuable coins, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got plenty more coming your way, from error coins to rare finds you wouldn't believe. And hey, drop a comment below. What's the most valuable coin you've ever found? Let's talk treasure hunting. Alright, picture this. You're digging through your couch cushions, hoping to find some spare change for a snack. You find a penny. You think, meh, just 1 cent. But what if I told you that penny, yes, that little brown coin, could be worth $1.4 million? Yeah, that's right. A single 2003 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny could change your life. Sounds crazy, right? But trust me, you're gonna want to check your pocket change after this video. Stick around, and I'll tell you exactly what makes this penny so special, how you can spot one, and why someone would actually pay a fortune for it. Let's get into it. Now, let's talk about this 2003 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. First off, no-mint Mark means it was minted in Philadelphia. Unlike pennies from Denver that have a little D or ones from San Francisco with an S, Philly decided to keep things simple and left theirs blank. But not every 2003 no-mint Mark penny is a jackpot. So, what makes one worth $1.40 million? It all comes down to errors and rarity. One of the main reasons this penny is so valuable is due to a rare misprint. Some of these pennies were accidentally struck on the wrong type of metal, making them incredibly rare. And in the world of coin collectors, rarity equals big money. A normal penny should weigh 2.5 grams, but these rare ones can be slightly off due to the error. Grab a digital scale and see if yours is a bit heavier or lighter. Some of these valuable 2003 pennies have doubling on the inscriptions, meaning the letters look slightly blurry or duplicated. Third, examine the color and surface. If it looks a little off, like it has a weird sheen or color, you might have something special. Let's call him Joe. Was going through his piggy bank one day, looking for quarters to do laundry. He came across a 2003 penny that looked a little strange. Instead of tossing it back in the pile, he decided to check it out online. Turns out, he was holding onto a penny that was later auctioned off for over $1 million. Imagine that 1 cent turning into a 7-figure payday. And the best part? He almost spent it on a vending machine snack. Don't ignore your pennies. That loose change sitting in your car, your junk drawer, or even under your bed could be hiding a fortune. Next time you get a penny in your change, take a second look. You never know what treasure you might be holding. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more tips on coins worth big money. I drop videos regularly on valuable coins, how to find them, and strategies to maximize your chances of striking it rich. And hey, if you do find a rare penny, let me know in the comments. Who knows? You might be the next big coin millionaire. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you love coins and making money from the change in your pocket, you are in the right place. Today, we are diving into the 1963 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, a tiny, humble little coin that could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.5 million. Yep, you heard that right. A single penny. Worth millions. And now, before you start emptying your couch cushions and raiding your grandma's old coin jar, let's break it down. Why is this coin worth so much? What makes it rare? And most importantly, do you have one? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might just become the newest millionaire, all thanks to a penny. First off, let's get a little historical. The 1963 Lincoln penny was part of the classic wheat penny series, though by then, it had transitioned into the memorial reverse, featuring the Lincoln Memorial instead of the wheat stalks. The coin itself was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is why it has no mint mark, a key detail that could make your penny extremely valuable. The 1963 penny was minted in copper, consisting of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc. Now, while that's not inherently rare, what makes some of these pennies incredibly valuable is a combination of minting errors, condition, and sheer luck. And let's be real, who doesn't want a little bit of luck when it comes to money? Okay, here's the juicy part. Why is this simple penny commanding such a ridiculous price tag? Let's break it down. Some 1963 pennies have been discovered with striking errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or even wrong planchet strikes. These errors make them highly desirable among collectors. If your 1963 penny is in mint state, MS67 or higher, with full red color, you've hit the jackpot. The more pristine and red the coin is, the higher its value. A regular circulated penny? Maybe worth a couple of cents. But a top-tier graded one? Life-changing money. Coin collectors and investors are always on the hunt for high-quality, rare coins. When a coin is rare and in perfect shape, bidding wars break out. That's how we get to the insane $1.5 million price tag. A few years ago, my buddy Dave, who knows nothing about coin collecting, called me up all excited. He said, "Dude, I think I found a rare coin." I roll my eyes because Dave thinks every old coin is rare. But I humor him and tell him to bring it over. He shows up with this crusty old penny, barely recognizable, and asks me if it's worth millions. I grab my magnifying glass, check the date, and it's a 1963 no mint mark penny. But before he gets too excited, I flip it over and see it's completely scratched up, corroded, and barely worth face value. Poor Dave. He went from thinking he had $1 million coin to a regular old penny real fast. Condition matters. You might have a rare coin, but if it looks like it got run over by a lawnmower, you're probably out of luck. So, always check your change, but also check the quality. Your loose change, believe it or not, rare pennies still pop up in circulation. Always check your change before spending it. If you or your family have jars of old coins, it's time to go treasure hunting. Some people unknowingly sell valuable coins for pennies, pun intended. Keep an eye out. Coin rolls from banks. Some collectors hunt through bank-wrapped rolls looking for rare finds. Don't clean it. Cleaning a coin can drastically reduce its value. Get it graded. A professional coin grading service, like PCGS or NGC, will authenticate and assign a grade to your coin. Consult a coin expert. Before selling, make sure you know the actual value so you don't get scammed. Alright, folks, that wraps up today's deep dive into the 1963 no mint mark Lincoln penny that could be hiding in your pocket, worth $1.5 million. Who knew such a tiny coin could be worth such a fortune? If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on valuable coins, collecting strategies, and how to turn spare change into big money, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Also, drop a comment below. Have you ever found a rare coin in your pocket? Let's talk about it. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about a penny that could be hiding in your pocket, your couch cushions, or even that old piggy bank you forgot about. And guess what? It could be worth a whopping $1.6 million. That's right, folks, today we're diving into the world of the 1979 Lincoln penny. If you've got one of these little copper beauties, you might just be sitting on a fortune. So stick around because we're breaking down what makes this penny so valuable, how to spot the rare ones, and why you should never overlook your spare change again. The 1979 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, hence the little D mint mark below the date. At first glance, this might look like just another common penny, but let me tell you, some rare errors and special features have made certain versions of this coin worth life-changing money. First off, let's talk about the material. Most 1979 pennies are made of copper-plated zinc, but there are rare ones that were mistakenly struck on copper planchets from the previous years. That's where things get interesting. If you've got a 1979 penny that weighs around 3.11 grams instead of 2.5 grams, congratulations. You just might have a rare copper planchet penny. Errors and high-grade conditions. Some of the most valuable 1979 D pennies have errors like the double die outbursts, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks. These errors happen during the minting process and can make your coin super valuable. If you see Lincoln's face looking like he's got a shadow or the lettering on Liberty or In God We Trust appears doubled, you could be looking at a major payday, but condition is everything. The highest price tag, yes, that eye-popping $1.6 million, came from a penny graded as MS67 Plus by PCGS, one of the top coin grading services. That basically means it's in almost perfect condition, with a beautiful luster and sharp details. If you've got a penny that looks crisp, clean, and fresh off the press, you might want to get it graded. And now, let me tell you a quick personal story. A buddy of mine, I won't name names, but let's just say he's the guy who always borrows my quarters for vending machines, called me up one day, freaking out about a penny he found in an old shoebox. He sends me a picture, and sure enough, it looked promising. He took it to a coin dealer, got it graded, and walked away with enough money to buy a brand new car. And the kicker? He almost spent that penny on a pack of gum. Moral of the story, always check your change, my friends. If you've got a 1979 D penny, don't just toss it in a coin jar. Weigh it, examine it for errors, and if it looks like it's in mint condition, get it graded. That little piece of change could change your life. And hey, if you love discovering valuable coins and want more tips on finding hidden treasures in your pocket, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You never know what's hiding in plain sight, and I've got plenty more money-making coin secrets coming your way. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin. I'd love to hear your stories. Alright, folks. Picture this: you're digging through your couch cushions, looking for some spare change to grab a coffee, and bam, you spot an old penny. But not just any penny. Oh no! You, my friend, may have stumbled upon a 1971 Lincoln penny, a tiny piece of copper that could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.7 million. That's right. Who knew that a single cent could be worth more than a house, a luxury car, and a lifetime supply of donuts? Today, we're diving into what makes this little coin so valuable, how to spot one, and most importantly, how you can turn pocket change into serious cash. So, buckle up because you might just have a fortune hiding in your piggy bank. Alright, before we start tearing apart our cushions and flipping over every penny in sight, let's break it down. The 1971 Lincoln penny was minted in San Francisco. Now, most pennies from this year? Worth a single cent. But there's a rare version of this coin that makes collectors go wild, and that's the 1971 double die outburst penny. Well, imagine if the mint workers had just one job to stamp the coins correctly, but somehow, the machine decided to give them an extra punch. When this happens, the details on the coin, like Lincoln's face, the words Liberty, and In God We Trust, look slightly blurry or doubled. And that, my friends, is what makes this version extremely rare and valuable. Okay, so let's say you have a 1971 penny in your hand. First, don't get too excited. The odds of it being the rare double die version are slim, but hey, people do win the lottery, right? Here's what to look for: grab a magnifying glass because you're going to need it. Check Lincoln's face, the word Liberty, and the motto, In God We Trust. If the letters look slightly doubled, congratulations, you might be holding a goldmine. This means it was minted in San Francisco, which is crucial for this particular rare coin. If your penny looks like it went through a garbage disposal, its value drops. But if it's in near mint condition, well, you might just have a ticket to early retirement. Why would anyone pay that much for a penny when they can buy a whole McDonald's franchise with that money? Well, it's all about rarity and demand. There were thousands of 1971 pennies made, but only a handful of the double die versions exist. Serious collectors and investors want these rare pieces, and when multiple buyers fight for them, the price skyrockets. One lucky collector found a near-mint 1971 double die penny at an estate sale, paid a few bucks for it, and later sold it at auction for over $1 million. Imagine that, turning pocket change into a seven-figure payday. Now, I've got a funny story for you. A while back, I convinced myself that I was going to find one of these rare pennies. I raided my old piggy bank, checked every penny in my car, even asked my grandma if she had some old coins lying around. Hours of searching, eye strain, and frustration later, nothing. But guess what? A friend of mine, who wasn't even looking, found a 1971 penny at a garage sale and sold it for a few $1,000. He had no idea it was special until I told him. Moral of the story? Sometimes, luck is just as important as knowledge. First, check your pennies, because you never know when you might be sitting on a small fortune. Second, patience and a good eye can turn a simple hobby into a serious payday. And third, if you ever feel unlucky in the coin hunting game, just remember that persistence pays off, or maybe just have a lucky friend like mine. Now, if you found this video helpful, funny, or even just mildly entertaining, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got tons more videos coming your way on rare coins, valuable collectibles, and money-making tips. And hey, drop a comment below, let me know if you've ever found a rare coin or if you're about to start hunting for one. Who knows? You might just be the next person to find $1 million penny. Hey everyone! Have you ever checked the loose change in your pocket and thought, just a bunch of pennies? Well, today, I'm here to tell you that one of those pennies might just change your life. No joke. What if I told you there's a 2006 D-Mint Mark Lincoln penny out there worth $1.8 million? Yeah, you heard that right. That's not just lunch money, that's a mansion, a sports car, and maybe even early retirement money. Stick around because I'm breaking down everything you need to know about this rare coin, why it's worth so much, how to spot it, and a wild story about how a regular guy almost threw one away. You do not want to make that mistake, after all, it looks just like any other penny, right? Well, not quite. In 2006, the Denver Mint produced millions of pennies, but a very small number had a critical error. These rare versions have a double die obverse, meaning Lincoln's face has a slight doubling effect that's noticeable under magnification. That might not sound like a big deal, but in the world of coin collecting, errors equal dollars, lots of them. Some versions of this coin also have a misaligned die strike, where the lettering on the coin looks slightly off. This was a minting mistake, and collectors go absolutely nuts for mistakes. Kind of like how we all love watching epic fail videos, but in this case, the fail could make you a millionaire. Okay, how do I know if I have one of these rare pennies? The D-Mint mark should be just below the year 2006. If it's missing, it's just a regular penny. Get a magnifying glass and check if Lincoln's face, eyes, or lettering looks doubled. If it does, cha-ching. If the design seems off-center or the edges look misaligned, you might have something special. A normal 2006 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If yours is significantly different, it might be a one-of-a-kind minting error. And now, let me tell you a story that will make you check every single penny from now on. There's a guy named Mike, a regular dude who works in construction. One day, he's at a gas station, paying for coffee, when the cashier hands him some change. He notices something weird about one of the pennies but doesn't think much of it. Later that night, he's about to toss it in a jar when he remembers a news article about valuable error coins. So, just for fun, he Googles it. Turns out, he's holding one of these rare 2006 D Lincoln pennies worth over $1.8 million. Imagine that. He went from spending a penny to nearly being a millionaire, all because he took a second look. And you better believe he got that thing authenticated fast. Never underestimate your spare change. You never know when your next coffee break might turn into a jackpot moment. Find a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll confirm if it's legit and grade its condition. Rare coins like this sell for millions at auctions like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers. Trust me, they will not give you anywhere near what it's worth. Coin forums and collector conventions are great places to connect with buyers. Alright, my fellow treasure hunters, that's a wrap. Who knew a little penny from 2006 could be worth more than a luxury car? Now, it's your turn. Go dig through your couch cushions, your car's cup holder, that old coin jar in the kitchen, heck, check your grandma's stash, too. You never know where one of these $1 million pennies might be hiding. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on valuable coins, money-making strategies, and hidden treasures, hit that subscribe button. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss out on the next big find. And if you've ever found a rare coin before, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your story. Hey, everyone! Imagine digging through your couch cushions, finding a penny, and realizing it's worth almost $2 million. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, buckle up, because today we're talking about the 2009 Lincoln bicentennial penny. Yes, the one celebrating Honest Abe himself. And guess what? Some of these pennies are selling for an eye-popping $1.8 million. That's right, folks. That little copper coin rattling around in your pocket might just be your golden ticket. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button because I'll be dropping more insane coin facts that could make you rich just by checking your spare change. First off, 2009 marked the 200th birthday of Abraham Lincoln and the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln cent. To celebrate, the US Mint released 4 different designs on the reverse side, each highlighting a different stage of Lincoln's life. You've got, showing young Abe studying while working as a rail splitter in Indiana. Capturing the Capitol Dome under construction during his time as president. Now, these pennies were cool to begin with, but here's where it gets wild. Some of these bad boys had errors, rare mint marks, or were struck on special planchets, making them worth an absolute fortune. Let me tell you a quick story. A friend of mine, let's call him Dave, was cashing in some change at one of those Coinstar machines. He was just dumping coins in, not paying attention, when suddenly, the machine spat one back out. He took a closer look, and it was a 2009 penny with a weird, double die error. Curious, he did a little research and realized it could be valuable. He put it up for auction, and boom, sold it for over $10,000. And that was just a minor error. Imagine if he had found one of the ultra-rare ones. Here are some key things that can send the value of your 2009 Lincoln penny skyrocketing. The ones with an S mint mark from San Francisco tend to be proof coins, which are highly collectible. Double die obverse, missing letters, off-center strikes, these can make a simple penny worth thousands. Some were mistakenly struck on copper-nickel planchets instead of regular copper-coated zinc. Those are like unicorns in the coin world. If your penny looks brand new with no scratches, it could be graded as MS67 or higher, meaning big money. The one worth $1.8 million. This particular penny was a rare error coin, struck on a bronze planchet instead of zinc, making it a one-of-a-kind collectible. A collector went absolutely nuts for it at an auction, shelling out an amount that could buy a mansion. Imagine spending a penny and accidentally giving away nearly $2 million. Search your piggy banks, your junk drawers, and yes, even that jar of spare change in your car that you keep forgetting about. And here's the deal, if you find one, let me know in the comments. I love hearing these stories. Also, don't forget to subscribe because I've got more insider tips on finding valuable coins that could turn your spare change into serious cash. Hit that like button, share this video with your coin-loving friends, and remember, fortune favors the observant. Happy hunting, and I'll catch you in the next video. Alright, folks, let's talk about something that might just be sitting in your pocket, completely unnoticed, a 1964 D Lincoln penny that could be worth $1.1 million. Yeah, you heard that right. A single cent, worth more than a Lamborghini. Imagine going to buy gum, handing over this penny, and accidentally giving away a fortune. Yikes. And why on earth is it worth so much? Stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for. Plus, I'll share a quick personal story about how I once mistook a valuable coin for a regular one and regretted it big time. So, let's dive in. Beatlemania was taking over, the Civil Rights Act was signed, and the US Mint was cranking out billions of Lincoln pennies. The Denver Mint alone produced over 3.7 billion pennies that year. So, what makes this one so special? Well, the 1964 D penny is part of a rare batch that has unique errors and variations. Some of them were struck on silver planchets by mistake. Others have crazy mint errors like doubled dies, off-center strikes, or even repunched mint marks. And that is what makes these tiny copper coins worth a ridiculous amount of money. Penny now, let's get to the good stuff. If you've got a 1964 D penny, here's what you need to check. The D should be clear and distinct. Some valuable ones have a repunched D or a slight doubling effect. A normal penny weighs about 3.11 grams. If yours is significantly lighter or heavier, it could be a planchet error. Look for doubling on Liberty, the date, and Lincoln's eye. Also, check for off-center strikes or a thicker rim. A well-worn penny isn't going to fetch you millions, but one in mint condition, MS65 or higher? Jackpot, here's where things get crazy. A collector paid over $1 million for a pristine 1964 D Lincoln penny with a rare error. Why? Because collectors love rare variations. The scarcer it is, the higher the value. Plus, some of these rare errors were caused by the US Mint experimenting with different metals, adding even more mystery to the mix. A few years ago, I found an old penny in a jar at my grandma's house. It looked odd, worn down, but something about it caught my eye. Instead of checking, I just tossed it back. Fast forward a few months, I learned about rare 1964 D pennies and realized I might have literally thrown away a fortune. I went back to that jar, but it was too late. Someone, probably grandma, had rolled up all the pennies and sent them to the bank. Moral of the story? Always check your coins. That penny sitting in your car cup holder could be worth over $1 million. Next time you get a handful of coins from a store, give them a good look before tossing them aside. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'll be sharing more crazy coin stories, valuable finds, and tips on how you can cash in on rare coins. Don't miss out, your next lucky find could be worth a fortune. Hey, coin hunters! Have you ever picked up a penny and thought, this thing is just 1 cent, not even worth bending down for? Well, what if I told you that one particular penny could be worth a staggering $1.2 million? Yes, you heard me right. Today, we're talking about the 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that could turn your pocket change into a fortune. So, grab a snack, sit back, and let's dive deep into why this penny is so special and how you can find one. Alright, let's rewind to 1989. A time of big hair, cassette tapes, and the birth of the Game Boy. While most people were busy jamming to Madonna or watching Back to the Future Part 2, the US Mint was busy cranking out pennies, or so they thought. Most pennies from 1989 were minted at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. But something weird happened. Some pennies from Philly were missing their mint mark. This means they were struck without the tiny P that usually appears on Philadelphia coins. It's just a missing letter. Oh, my friend, that tiny detail makes all the difference. Because of this rare error, these pennies became highly valuable, with collectors willing to drop a cool $1.2 million for a top-quality one. If you're like me, you're probably digging through your couch cushions right now. But don't worry, I'll make it easy for you. Here's what you need to look for. Check right under the date on your penny. If there's no P, D, or S, you might have a jackpot in your hands. Regular 1989 pennies are mostly zinc with a thin copper coating. But rare error pennies could have a higher copper content. A well-struck penny with clear details and no major wear is what collectors want. Some 1989 no-mint mark pennies also have double die errors, where the lettering looks slightly duplicated. That could make your coin worth even more. Okay, story time. A few years ago, I was at my grandma's house, and she handed me this huge jar of pennies she had been saving since, well, forever. I thought, why not? Let's check for some rare ones. I went through about 300 pennies before I saw something odd, a 1989 penny with no mint mark. My heart was racing. But guess what? It turned out to be just a regular penny. Womp womp. But that experience taught me something important. Valuable coins are out there, and all it takes is patience and a sharp eye. If you're not checking your change, you're leaving money on the table. The current market value and why this coin is so expensive. Only a few of these error coins exist. The fewer there are, the more collectors are willing to pay. A mint condition, MS67 or higher, penny can command insane prices at auctions. Every year, more people get into coin collecting, driving up demand for unique and rare coins like this one. Recently, an auction saw one of these rare pennies go for over $1 million. Imagine paying for a house with a penny. Wild, right? Send it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC to verify authenticity. Big auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers specialize in rare coins. Join online forums or visit a local coin shop to get expert opinions. We've covered a lot today. If you've got a jar of pennies lying around, you know what to do. Start checking for that 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. And hey, even if you don't find one today, there are tons of valuable coins out there just waiting to be discovered. That's why you need to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because I'm bringing you more hidden treasure tips every week. Let me know in the comments, have you ever found a rare coin in your change? I'd love to hear your stories. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Have you ever looked at a simple penny and thought, this little thing could change my life? Well, today, we're diving into one of the most surprising coins out there, the 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, currently valued at a jaw-dropping $1.3 million. Yep, you heard that right. A single penny that could buy you a mansion, a luxury car, and still leave you with enough spare change for a lifetime supply of tacos. Stick around because we're going to break down exactly why this coin is worth so much, what makes it special, and how you can find one hiding in your pocket change. The 1991 Lincoln penny, at first glance, looks just like any other penny you might find on the sidewalk. But what sets it apart? The secret lies in the missing mint mark. Typically, pennies from 1991 were minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia ones usually didn't have a mint mark, but this isn't just any no mint mark penny. The rare $1 million versions have distinct characteristics, making them incredibly valuable. Some 1991 pennies were mistakenly struck with a higher quality finish, meant for proof coins, but without the S mint mark from San Francisco. These rare errors skyrocketed in value due to their extreme scarcity. If you've got one in MS69 or MS70 condition, congratulations! You might as well start picking out your dream vacation spot, because that's where the real money is. Coin collectors love errors and anomalies. The rarer the mistake, the higher the price tag. Think of it like a baseball card with a misprint, except this one can actually buy a baseball stadium. Could I have one of these bad boys lying around? Short answer, yes. That neglected jar full of pennies? It could be holding your $1 million ticket. For just a few bucks, you can get rolls of pennies and hunt for rare finds. You'd be surprised how many people unknowingly have rare coins mixed in with regular pocket change. A buddy of mine, let's call him Dave, decided to start collecting pennies just for fun. He's not a coin expert, just a guy who likes a good bargain. One day, he finds a 1991 no mint mark penny in a pile of loose change from his car. He doesn't think much of it but decides to Google it anyway. Fast forward to a few months later, after getting it authenticated, Dave cashes in for a life-changing amount. Now, he's the only guy I know who drives a brand new Tesla that he literally paid for with 1 penny. Moral of the story? Check your change. Alright, folks, that's the lowdown on the 1991 no mint mark Lincoln penny. If you've got one, get it checked, because you might be sitting on a hidden fortune. And if you don't? Don't worry, there are tons of rare coins still out there waiting to be discovered. If you loved this video, hit that like button, and if you want more tips on finding coins worth serious money, subscribe and turn on notifications. I've got plenty more hidden treasure stories coming your way. Hey, coin hunters! Imagine digging through your old change jar, thinking, just some pennies. But what if I told you that one of those little copper coins could be worth $1.4 million? Yeah, that's right. A single 1988 D Lincoln penny, the kind you might have tossed in a vending machine, could change your life. But today, we're diving into why this specific penny is so valuable, how to spot one, and how you can turn your pocket change into life-changing money. So, if you're someone who loves the thrill of treasure hunting, stick around, because you won't believe what makes this penny worth a fortune. The 1988 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver. That's what the D stands for, and at first glance, it looks just like any other penny. But there's a secret hiding in plain sight, a minting error that makes collectors go wild. This 1988 D penny has a very special mistake, and we all know collectors love mistakes. In this case, some of these pennies were struck with a 1989 reverse die, meaning the back of the coin doesn't match what it's supposed to look like for a 1988 penny. It's a tiny detail, but tiny details in the coin world mean big bucks. Now, let me tell you about the time I almost threw away a valuable penny. A few years back, I was cleaning out my car, fast food wrappers, old receipts, the whole mess. And in my cup holder, there was a handful of pennies. I was about to toss them in a tip jar when something stopped me. Call it a sixth sense, call it divine intervention, but I pulled out one particular penny and thought, this one looks kinda weird. Turns out, it was a 1988 D penny. Was it the one? Sadly, no. But that moment made me realize just how easy it is to overlook rare coins. So let's talk about how you can find one of these $1 million pennies. First, check the year. It must say 1988 with a D mint mark under the year. Then, flip it over and look at the reverse side. The key is in the lettering. If the letters FG, the designer's initials, are spaced differently than a regular 1988 penny, bingo! You might have a winner. Before you start yelling, "I'm rich," you need to get your coin authenticated. Find a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll verify if you truly have the golden ticket or, well, the copper one. The highest recorded sale for a 1988 D penny with this rare error was a whopping $1.4 million. That's not chump change, that's life-changing money. And even if yours isn't the $1 million version, other variations still sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars depending on condition. So, checking your change could literally pay off big time. You have options. Online auction sites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or Great Collections are great places to start. But if you want top dollar, get it professionally graded first. That little step can add thousands to your payout. Alright, my fellow treasure hunters, let's wrap this up. The 1988 D Lincoln penny is proof that valuable things come in small packages, and sometimes, those small packages are hiding in your couch cushions. If you learned something new today, smash the like button, it really helps the channel. And if you want to see more videos on valuable coins, rare finds, and how to make money from collecting, subscribe now. Turn on those notifications so you never miss out on your next big discovery. And hey, before you go, drop a comment below and tell me, what's the coolest coin you've ever found? Let's swap stories. Hey there, coin lovers. Imagine this, you're digging through your old change jar, looking for some quarters to feed the parking meter, when bam, you spot a penny that looks just like any other. But what if I told you that one of those pennies could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.5 million? Yeah, you heard me right. A single 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny could turn you into a millionaire. So, if you've ever thrown pennies into a wishing fountain, you might want to start fishing them back out, because today, we're diving deep into this rare and valuable coin. Stick around, because I'll break down exactly why it's worth so much, what makes it special, and how you can check if you have one. Plus, I've got a crazy personal story that proves just how wild the coin world can be. Okay, so the 1978 penny looks like any other. It's got Abe Lincoln's wise old face on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back, same as every penny minted from 1959 to 2008. But here's the twist, some of these pennies were struck with an error that makes them insanely valuable. And now, normally, 1978 pennies were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. If a penny was made in Denver or San Francisco, it should have a little D or S under the year. But some Philly pennies ended up with no mint mark at all, and a few of these have major errors that make them ultra rare. And now, you're probably thinking, wait, I've seen tons of pennies without mint marks. Are they all worth millions? Nope. The long answer? It depends on a few key factors. First up, errors. Some of these no-mint mark 1978 pennies have dramatic die errors, things like double dies, where the design is stamped twice, making it look blurry, off-center strikes, where the coin design is crooked, broad strikes, where the edges look weird and stretched out. These errors send the value skyrocketing. The more dramatic, the better. If you've got one that's crisp, shiny, and in mint state, MS condition, it's worth a lot more than a worn-out penny that's been chilling in someone's pocket for 40 years. The highest graded 1978 no-mint mark penny sold for $1.5 million because it was practically flawless. Make sure it's 1978. If it's not, well, keep looking. If there's no mint mark, congratulations. You might have a valuable penny. Grab a magnifying glass. Look for double images, off-center strikes, or weird edges. The shinier and cleaner, the better. If you think you've got something special, send it to PCGS or NGC, two of the top coin grading companies. A professional grade can turn a $10 penny into $1 million jackpot. Okay, so you want to hear something crazy? A couple of years ago, I was at a flea market, digging through this random box of old coins. The seller had no idea what he had, just a mix of wheat pennies, buffalo nickels, and random pocket change. I pulled out a 1978 penny, no mint mark, and I got excited. Could it be the one? It wasn't worth millions, but it was a rare error coin worth over $200. Not bad for a penny I bought for 25 cents, right? Moral of the story, check your coins. You never know what you might find. The 1978 no mint mark Lincoln penny that could be lurking in your pocket right now, just waiting to make you a millionaire. Have you ever found a valuable coin? Drop a comment below and share your best coin hunting story, and before you go, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more hidden treasure tips. I've got tons of videos coming on coins worth big money, and trust me, you don't want to miss them. Hey, coin hunters and treasure seekers! Have you ever checked your pocket change and thought, what if I have a penny worth more than my rent? Well, today, we're diving into a coin that could make that dream a reality, the 1993 no mint mark Lincoln penny. This little copper beauty is turning heads in the coin collecting world, with one rare specimen recently fetching a jaw-dropping $1.6 million. That's right, a single penny worth more than a luxury car or a beachfront vacation. So, grab your magnifying glass, because we're about to uncover what makes this coin so valuable and how you can spot one in your collection. And first off, let's break down what no mint mark even means. Typically, coins minted in Philadelphia don't carry a mint mark, while Denver and San Francisco coins have a little D or S under the date. But this particular penny? It's special. And by special, I mean it has an extremely rare error or anomaly that makes it worth serious money. You see, in the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. A regular 1993 penny is worth, well, about a penny. But if you've got one in pristine, uncirculated condition or, better yet, a rare error variety, you're looking at a potential jackpot. One recently sold for a whopping $1.6 million because of its flawless strike and a little-known die variation. So, if you have an old jar of pennies collecting dust, now is the time to start digging through it. Speaking of digging, let me tell you a quick personal story. A couple of years ago, I was helping my grandma clean out her attic when we found an old coffee can full of pennies. I'm talking at least 10 pounds of copper. Now, being the coin nerd I am, I started sifting through them, hoping to find something rare. My grandma, bless her heart, was laughing at me the whole time. She said, "Boy, you're spending more time on those pennies than I did raising your dad." Well, guess what? I actually found a valuable error penny, not quite $1.6 million, but still worth a couple $100. The moral of the story? Check your change. You never know what hidden treasure might be sitting in an old coffee can or under your couch cushions. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of why this particular 1993 no mint mark penny is so valuable. It all comes down to a rare error, specifically, a misalignment in the die that created a double-struck design. Collectors go wild for these kinds of mistakes because they're so rare. And when rarity meets demand, that's when the value skyrockets. A sharp, clear strike with no major scratches or where any doubling or misalignment in the lettering or Lincoln's profile. Get it checked by a professional grader. Trust me, you don't want to be that person who unknowingly spends $1 million penny at a vending machine, who knew that a simple penny could be worth so much. The next time you get change at the store, take a second to glance at your coins. You just might be holding onto a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on spotting valuable coins, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'll be bringing you more stories, strategies, and insider secrets to help you turn your spare change into serious cash. And hey, if you find a rare penny, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your coin hunting success stories. Alright, picture this. You're rummaging through your couch cushions, looking for spare change to buy that last-minute snack or maybe some gas station coffee. You pull out a few pennies, give them a quick glance, and toss them aside. But wait. What if I told you that one of those pennies, yes, that humble little copper-colored coin, could be worth a staggering $1.7 million? That's right, folks. Today, we're talking about the 1996 Lincoln penny, and why it could be your golden ticket. If you love coins, money, or just the idea of getting rich off pocket change, you're in the right place. Stick around because I'm about to break down everything you need to know about this rare and valuable penny, how to spot one, and how to cash in if you hit the jackpot. Oh, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe because I drop crazy money-making coin facts like this all the time. Let's get started. Now, the 1996 penny might seem pretty ordinary at first glance. It's got good old Abraham Lincoln on the front, the Lincoln Memorial on the back, and that familiar D mint mark just below the date, showing that it was minted in Denver. But here's where things get juicy. Certain rare variations of this penny have sent collectors into a frenzy. Well, my friend, it's all about errors and condition. There are a few key things that could turn your average 1996 penny into a life-changing discovery. Some of these pennies have double die errors, which means parts of the design were stamped twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect. Others might have misalignments or even missing elements, making them rare collectibles. If your penny is in pristine, uncirculated condition, graded MS68 or higher, collectors will pay serious money for it. Occasionally, a penny might be struck on the wrong metal planchet, giving it a unique appearance that collectors go crazy for. Alright, I have to tell you about a wild experience I had. A couple of years ago, I was at a flea market, browsing through an old tin of coins. Now, I'm no stranger to checking pennies, so I grabbed a handful and started looking. A guy next to me chuckled and said, "Buddy, you really think you're gonna find treasure in a pile of pennies?" A month later, a 1996 D penny with a rare minting error surfaced at an auction and sold for over $1 million. That same guy? Probably still kicking himself for laughing at me. Okay, so now that you're staring at your pennies like they might be little gold mines, here's how you check if you've got the real deal. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to check for doubling, off-center strikes, or missing letters. A normal 1996 D penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If yours is heavier or lighter, it might be a rare off-metal strike. If it looks crisp and uncirculated, it's worth grading. If you think you've got a valuable one, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Sad, but true. However, if you find a penny in mint condition, you could be looking at hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And if you're one of the lucky few with a rare mint error, well, say hello to early retirement. The current market value for high-grade versions can range from $500 to $5,000, and extremely rare error coins can surpass six figures. The $1.7 million sale was an absolute record breaker, and who's to say another won't pop up? The 1996 D Lincoln penny might just be the ultimate hidden treasure in your coin jar. Whether you're a casual collector or just someone who loves the thrill of a good hunt, it never hurts to check your spare change. Who knows? You might be sitting on a small fortune and not even realize it, or are you now about to dump out every piggy bank you own? Either way, hit that like button, share this with a friend who could use a lucky break, and most importantly, subscribe for more money-making coin tips. Hey everyone! Imagine this: you're digging through your couch cushions, looking for spare change to buy a soda, and bam, you pull out a 1985 D Lincoln penny. Seems like just another common coin, right? Well, what if I told you that one of these pennies is worth a staggering $1.8 million? Yeah, you heard that right. One tiny penny could change your life. So today, we're diving deep into this rare and valuable coin, how to spot it, and whether you might have one sitting in your pocket right now. And stick around because I'll also share a funny personal story about how I once nearly spent a valuable coin at a vending machine. Yeah, true story. Alright, let's talk about this 1985 D Lincoln penny and why collectors are going absolutely crazy over it. First, let's cover the basics. The D mint mark means this penny was minted in Denver. Millions of these were produced, so what makes one particular penny worth $1.8 million? Let me break it down for you. The golden ticket to wealth. Sometimes, mistakes at the US Mint create valuable coins, and that's exactly what happened with the 1985 D Lincoln penny. A few of these were accidentally struck on bronze planchets instead of the standard copper-plated zinc ones. This is a huge deal because by 1982, the US Mint had switched from solid copper pennies to zinc with a thin copper coating. But some sneaky bronze blanks got mixed in, and boom, million-dollar pennies were born. A normal 1985 D penny should weigh 2.5 grams, but a rare bronze one weighs around 3.1 grams. So, grab a scale and start weighing your pennies. The bronze pennies often have a slightly deeper, richer color than their zinc counterparts. Zinc pennies have a different reaction to magnets than bronze ones. While not foolproof, this could be a quick check. In early 2024, a collector with deep pockets and an even deeper love for rare coins bid an insane amount for one in near-perfect condition. This shows how powerful the coin collecting world can be. If a collector wants something badly enough, they'll pay big money for it. My close call with a fortune. Okay, so here's the part where I embarrass myself for your entertainment. A few years ago, I was at a gas station, super thirsty, and had only coins in my pocket. I grabbed a handful, shoved them into the vending machine, and as I waited for my drink, I noticed a 1943 steel penny sitting in the reject slot. Now, for those who don't know, some 1943 pennies are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And there I was, almost trading one for a can of soda. Always check your change before you spend it. Because that 1985 D penny you just tossed in the tip jar? Yeah, that could be your ticket to retirement, folks. Now that you know how to spot this rare 1985 D Lincoln penny, what are you waiting for? Go raid your piggy banks, check the bottoms of your bags, and search your car's cup holders. You never know, you might be sitting on a goldmine. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about hidden treasures in your pocket change, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another tip on valuable coins. Also, drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin. I'd love to hear your stories. Hey everyone! Imagine finding a penny in your pocket and realizing it's worth $1.8 million. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, today, we're talking about the 2009 Lincoln bicentennial penny, a coin that has taken the numismatic world by storm. If you've ever thought pennies were just pocket change, you might want to start checking your couch cushions a little more carefully. Grab a drink, get comfy, and let's dive into this mind-blowing coin that could turn a lucky find into a life-changing jackpot, alright? So before you dump your change jar onto the table in a frenzy, let's break down why this penny is so valuable. In 2009, the U.S. Mint released a series of 4 different pennies to celebrate Abraham Lincoln's 200th birthday. Each penny features a different scene from Lincoln's life, from his humble log cabin beginnings to his time as president. Not all 2009 pennies are created equal. Some of them have rare errors, unique mint marks, or were struck in such a way that collectors are willing to pay jaw-dropping amounts of money for them. And yes, some of these bad boys have been sold for up to $1.8 million. That's a lot of cheeseburgers, my friends, and now, let's talk about what makes a 2009 Lincoln bicentennial penny worth a fortune. The first thing to check is the mint mark. Pennies minted in Philadelphia have no mint mark, while those from Denver have a little D and San Francisco has an S. Some of the most valuable ones come from rare errors in the Denver and San Francisco mint coins. Collectors go crazy for errors like doubled dies, where the image appears slightly doubled, off-center strikes, and rare metallic compositions. These are like the golden tickets of the penny world. If you find one with a rare error in mint condition, cha-ching, you might just be holding on to your retirement plan. Let me tell you about the time I almost tossed a valuable coin without even realizing it. A few years back, I was digging through my car's cup holder, the place where all loose change goes to be forgotten, when I spotted an unusually shiny penny. I was about to use it to pay for a coffee, but something made me hesitate. Instead, I took it home, looked it up, and found out it was a rare wheat penny worth over $200. Not quite $1 million penny, but still, not bad for something I almost gave away for a mediocre latte. That experience taught me a valuable lesson: always check your coins before spending them. Because trust me, you don't want to be the person who accidentally tips a barista with a small fortune, alright? Now you're probably itching to go through your change. But before you do, here's how to properly check your 2009 Lincoln penny. If it's from Denver or San Francisco, pay extra attention. Use a magnifying glass or even your phone's camera zoom to check for doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual markings. The shinier, the better. Uncirculated or lightly worn pennies fetch the highest prices. If you think you have a rare one, take it to a coin dealer or get a professional grading service to verify its value. Auctions and reputable coin dealers are your best bet to get top dollar. eBay works too, but be careful of scammers. The surprising and fascinating world of the 2009 Lincoln bicentennial penny. Who knew something so small could be worth so much? Next time you get a penny in your change, don't just toss it aside. Take a second to check, because you never know, you might just be holding onto a hidden treasure. And hey, if you found this video helpful, fun, or even just mildly entertaining, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. I'll be bringing you more tips on coins that are worth way more than you'd expect, so don't miss out.